point. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know why I want to do... I'm going to do air first. Okay? I'm going to start with Aquarius. Aquarius. Let me get these cards in line. So I feel like a lot of you guys are trying to get things in order, and you're starting to realize the things that you thought you wanted, it's like, I wanted this, but is it what I need? And that's the biggest difference, is that you have to go into 2022 with a perspective switch. You don't have to know the answers, but you just have to have maybe a better question on deck going into 2022. What I want and what I need. Maybe two different things, Aquarius. And that may go for all air signs. Let's see. But I know things are out of balance, and you just feel like you need to get them back in balance. It's weird because Aquarius are a lot like... for an air sign, they're the most reserved and hermit-like. They don't really go out as much, but then they need to go out. Okay, Aquarius. So you're judging yourself on the way things play out. You don't have to judge yourself. It's not a point to judge yourself. This is an evaluation process. Let's do it that way. The problem is you think that it's your fault whenever you get into certain relationships or you go into partnerships that don't work. You're trying to figure out what is it, like that Venus versus Mars. What is it that makes you look at things like it's always a competition? There is no competition in this life. It's like you compare yourself to everyone, Aquarius. If it's a relationship, you're looking at other people's relationship. If it's a job, you're wondering why your job is like this. If it's a friendship, you're like, is everybody's friendship dynamic work this way? Stop comparing your life to other people's lives, because the more you do this, you're causing this. It's your fear that's driving this, okay? So instead of looking like this, being terrified of things in the night, you have to recharge yourself and feel amazing. So Aquarius, I'm asking you for this full moon to figure out what burden is it that you need to release? What weight is it on your back? What perspective in your mind makes you think that life has to be difficult when it doesn't? And if that's the case, stop focusing on it. Focus on what makes you feel good. What's going to make you happy? We already know what you don't want. We had years of experience to say, I don't want this. I don't like this. I don't want to be like this. I don't want to do that. Okay, so let's remove the word don't from your vocabulary and say, I do want. What do you want, Aquarius? Let's talk about it, okay? Because this is how you're moving. You're operating on what you think people want you to operate on, or how they want you to operate. You're just going through life, going through the motions, but you're not really, really, really happy, okay? But you know when you are happy, Aquarius, when you're out, when you're in your element. So let's see what Aquarius should surrender to. My incense smells so good. My God, Aquarius, you see? Aquarius are a little stubborn because it's something they don't want to give up. Surrender your need to always be right, and surrender your fear of change. The universe is reminding you that you are always cared about, whether you're afraid of change in your job, health, or relationship, or your fear of aging. It's almost like a fear of getting older, a fear of what's going to happen. Who am I going to be with? Who am I going to share my last days with? Was this all worth it? Give others the gift of letting them be right. Don't be rigid. This will help you resolve conflicts. I feel as though, Aquarius, you go into conversations like an argument. You go into these things kind of telling yourself that you know what's best. You need to control the outcome. Let people be people, Aquarius. Let them show you who they really are. Sit back. Be genuine. What did I say? Being genuine and coming from a place of love is the theme from 2022. Because if you be genuine, if you're coming from a place of love, if the other person fumbles the bag, you be in the bag, that's on them. If you were being as cool as a cucumber as you needed to be, being genuine, coming from a place of love, which is hard for Aquarius because you guys want to be so operating from that shadow energy. The minute you come from a place of love, you can people will show you who they really are. And sometimes it hurts to see who they really are, but wouldn't you rather know? I'm not saying, I'm just saying, Aquarius. But leave that hurt behind, okay? You walk with this energy like you're hurt, like you're upset. Leave that hurt person behind. You're not that person anymore. Because in 2022, if you keep doing that, you're just fighting yourself and your own evolution. Okay? You're fighting yourself and your own evolution at this point. It's nobody else to blame. It's you and your evolution that you are holding yourself back from when you decide to stay in that energy, Aquarius. Let's go to Gemini. Let's see what Gemini has to surrender. Surrender. I think of the show New Girl. Surrender. All right, Gemini. This full moon is actually in Gemini. So Gemini should be feeling in their bag right now. Last full moon of 2021. That's going to be so weird. I'm going to ruin all the dates next week at work when I have to do 2022. Oh. Surrender to success. Surrender to passion. Get out of your head and feel that fire in your belly, Gemini. Focus on the people, activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. Okay? Surrender to success. You're ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. If you know that there's something to be fun, to be fun. If there's something you want to work on that's fun, there was something that made you happy, that was the best. Think of the best job you had. Think of the most fun time you had. And then think of why it was fun to you. Even if you didn't make any money at the time, 2022, it might make you some cash flow. Okay? No matter how emotionally charged the situation is, remain calm and don't contribute to any drama. Stay centered, and this will help you resolve your issue. So I feel like that's not drama around you. I feel like that might be the anxiety inside you when it comes to trying new things. But it's literally saying this year is about finding your passion. This year is about finding your thing and what makes you happy. And I'm telling you, the pandemic taught us it doesn't have to be a 9 to 5. I'll tell you that. What sparks your passion? Because I can't label Geminis anymore like I used to. I have so many Geminis in my life and they are all so very different. So very different. But this is definitely saying that it's new. Everything is brand new. It's a new chapter of your life. This is the Fool card. This is you starting over. This is you walking away from a path that you once considered your destiny, your everyday life, and that's not it no more. This is you nurturing it. Some people are nurturing your business. Some people may be having a new baby. Some people may be preparing for a baby. But this moon in the back, this creativity, this niche, this is your baby, and that's how you should definitely treat it. You've been sleeping on your greatness for too long. You're so smart. Geminis are all so smart. And I think a lot of Geminis, I just got that there are a lot of Geminis that let work stress them out, not realizing that they can make their own work. A lot of Geminis are made to work for themselves. Ooh, all my hairs are standing up. A lot of Geminis are made to work for themselves. So if you're at a job that's draining you or making you feel like you're not appreciated there, you can go because there's something better for you, or you literally can run that company. Like, that's the way a Gemini's brain could work if an aligned Gemini, okay? A healed Gemini. A Gemini who's ready. You know what I'm saying? Faith. I think resulting back to faith, doing your rituals, getting into your Zen place and giving yourself a Zen routine is it. Because let me tell you something. I feel like male Geminis are so logical that they even have trouble questioning faith because they come from like that scientific brain. That's so, it's logical, so how can it be mystical? If it's not this, it has to be that. And it's like you are cheating yourself out of this beautiful world that's there for you. When the laws of spirituality say, if you build it, it will come. If you manifest it, you will get it. So it's almost like you're cheating yourself when you do things like that, okay? What's holding you back from your happiness is you feeling like you have to, like everybody's getting this card, you feeling like you have to conform to the ways of life. You were not meant for that. Like I said, this is what I mean, is that not all Geminis. Sorry, I had a call. And I think he's gonna come on live because I said I'm on live. Let me do Libra. I said he's gonna come on live because I just told him I'm on live. Let me do Libra real quick. And then I could pause it. Hi. Libra's got to go through a whole rebirth right now. Libra's done started over, and it's best you relax and worry about the money because Libras, this is so funny. The Libras go from Sleeping Beauty to what the fuck is going on? I want to fight. Who said what's happening? And you got to relax, okay? You gotta relax, Libra, because this new rebirth, it's almost like, you ever seen Encino Man or one of those movies where like the Ice Age, where they freeze the person for years and then they wake up and they're like in another fucking time zone? That's how Libras feel. Libras feel like they just woke up into this shit and they're like, whoa, can I trust you? Can I trust you? What am I doing here? Am I good? Relax, Libra. You gotta relax because this is what you're doing. You don't know whether you're coming or going, and you need to find balance. Libras literally are the sign of balance, and you're freaking yourselves out right now. So it's better that you focus on what you're good at, and Libras are good at manifesting money. Focus on the bag. Use these next couple of months to really, really, really focus on the bag. That's the best advice I could say. Libras are the best at manifesting money. They're the best at looking like money. Even if they don't have any money, you see a Libra, they could have $2 in their pocket and they will look like they're wearing designer everything. See? Told you. This is what a happy Libra looks like. And this is what Libras need to look like. Okay? Before you start freaking yourself out and pausing these manifestations that you had for yourself and thinking that negativity is all you know, you have to understand you're putting that in the pot. What you think and what you say is very important. What you overthink is very important. If you keep saying somebody's going to shit on me, get the toilet paper because they're going to shit on you. Like, you need to stop saying things like that. And you need to start manifesting the relationship that you want. Just because things happen to you in the past, whether it's friendships, relationships, it could be you. I feel like there's certain Libras that need to understand it's you that may have been the problem in the past. And it's fine as long as you decided to change it. If you was coming from a lack mentality, if you was not filling yourself up with love, if you were putting yourself down like this girl in the back, then you manifested some of that energy into you. Straighten it out. Understand what it is. It's not always the other person. So before you can go on and start feeling yourself like this, you have to be the one to pack your own shit up like this and tell yourself where you went wrong. And that's fine too. What is it about you that's making things not free flowing, Libra? Let's see what Libra's got to give out. Because this moon is giving me, it feels like New Year's. Libra, this is funny. Surrender your need to always be right. That is so funny. So my best friend is a Libra, right? And I don't think she acts like this, but her sister tells her that all the time. Like, you can't tell my sister shit. She's always right. And I'm like, I never noticed that. So that's funny. Give others the gift of letting them be right. A lot of people are getting that. And surrender to what is. Instead of worrying about the future, start enjoying the present moment and what you got going on right now. All right, I'm going to do water. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. When I tell you the Bustelo is hitting today, like, this might have been the best coffee I ever made. Cancer. Cancer, God says this divine intervention time. Okay? This literally was the card. Was that it's a time for a divine intervention. The signs are in front of your face, and I don't know if you've been actively trying to see it. You don't know if you see it, but it's there. God is saying to listen, have faith in your spirituality. What's crazy that I'm looking at this card that I never noticed is that, yes, it's God here, but there's a lot of other religious factors in the background, which leads me to believe everybody argues over religion, which is crazy to me because it's all like good faith. How are we going to fight over something that's good? You know what I'm saying? So in this, I see Indian spirituality, like a deity in the back, God himself and his cross. I see the eye. I see the Star of David. Like, it looks like every spirituality, every religion, all into one card. And it's saying that at the end of the day, it all comes down to faith. It's all light energy. It's all what you're putting into the universe. So Cancer, what have you been telling yourself? Thank you for the Cash App that I just received. What is it, Cancer, that you're telling the universe? Because your angels are listening, your ancestors are listening, and you're putting it into the universe. So you might feel a little tapped out. Okay, so they're asking you to talk to your higher self. Have a chat with your higher self. Ask your higher self what you need to ask. And that's fine. Like, I think the problem is Cancers enjoy finding things out themselves and getting to the root of the problem themselves. But the problem is you can ask for help, like, especially if it's your higher self. You can ask for clarity. You can ask for answers. Like, spirit is always around you trying to give you answers, and Cancers are trying to do everything themselves. It's time for a new way of doing things, okay? If you trying to boss up, you're trying to sit in your energy, the universe is giving you the opportunity to boss up and take a leap of faith, but something has to change, Cancer. What is it that Cancer has to change? What does Cancer... This isn't even the kind of reading I thought I was doing this morning. Like, Spirit said, nah, this is what they have to do. Surrender your fear of intimacy. You're ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop your heart from opening. So do things in alignment. You can't say you want things to be a certain way and then do things the opposite way, because then it won't be in alignment with what you need. So there's a lot of things that's going on that your heart is blocking. Surrender your desire to control people. I've never seen this card before in my life, in this deck. And I use this deck all the time. Never seen this card before. Being over-controlling can sabotage relationships. To be more effective and achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give situations breathing room. And surrender to your soul's path. So don't try to control other people and situations. Worry about your soul path and worry about being in alignment with what you preach and practice what you preach. Scorpio. Let's go to Scorpianas. Scorpios, have patience, okay? Because even though you don't see the light in situations, it's like a tower moment happened to you. The universe turns shit upside down and they gave you what you want, okay? You might have been saying, you want this, you want this, you want this, and then the universe was like, okay. Boom, Scorpio, you got it. Now what? So have patience. The universe is asking you to cut certain cords and it's teaching you a lesson. Some people might be getting this lesson in a good way. Some people, it might be a harsh lesson. That's all of us. That's not just Scorpio. This is real life shit. Okay? This is what you do a lot, Scorpio. You dwell, you worry, you overthink, you tell yourself all these negative things in your head about other people, and literally you can get up and walk out right there. The door is right there, but you don't see it because you think everybody's trying to play you. And this is what you're doing to yourself. Because when you come from these negative places, when you feel like you have to control these tactics, when you think people are trying to play you, you start to strategically play other people. And nobody's playing this game but you, Scorpio. So get out of that energy, balance this, and say to yourself, what am I really doing? You think you're protecting yourself, but you're sabotaging yourself. That's the nicest way I could do it. You're sabotaging yourself by keeping this weight on your back and thinking that everybody is talking about you and worried about you. Nobody's worried about you. If anything, people are always talking about how Scorpios are so smart. Scorpios are so talented. They do this, but yet you sit there and think everybody's talking about you in a negative way and everybody's coming for you. Learn how to sit like this and not like this. Learn how to sit in your energy, love yourself, fill yourself up with love, and not be hard on yourself. Because you sit and you dwell on things that happened that didn't happen. People can tell you a million times that's not what it is, and you're going to tell them that's what it is. So there's a part of your inner child that you need to release, and I think it's like a little victim mentality. That's it. No judgment. I've been there. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Oh, wait. I didn't see what Scorpio had to surrender. Let's see what Scorpio has to surrender. Inner peace was at the bottom of the deck. I know that. And that's another thing. It's like these mantras that I talked about in the beginning, when you wake up and you start telling yourself, it sounds corny. Like we tell children, wake up and say, life is amazing, life is beautiful. But you know who be happy as fuck all day? Kids. Kids that say all these little affirmations. Meanwhile, we're stressed out as adults. You have to set your intentions in the beginning of the day and tell yourself, surrender to your full power. Your life is calling for you to step into your power rather than playing it small. And by overthinking and thinking the worst, Scorpio, you're playing it small. Let's go to Pisces. Okay. Pisces, you're breaking out of a shell and starting over because the universe showed you something about yourself that you needed to see. Okay? You had no choice but to do things over and start over because you fumbled the bag. And even if you didn't fumble the bag, you might have came from a place of love and it got you nowhere. So it's almost like what you do comes back to you. How you act comes back to you. If you're spoiled, it's going to show you where you're spoiled. If you shitted on people, it shows you where you did that. You see that it wasn't worth it. When you were feeling yourself and had that seat in the throne, you fumbled some type of bag. Whether that was yourself and you played yourself and you missed out on opportunities, or other people, you had no choice but to see it. Okay, so now you're sitting here and you're overthinking all of this shit and you're thinking about the past and what you did to people, what people did to you. And it's time to just let that go. It's time to think, okay, did I learn the lesson or do I got to learn the lesson again? So it's time to just opt out, have this rebirth, understand that this was your bed, you laid in it, make it a pretty bed if you have to, and see what's next. What are you going to manifest now? What do you want in 2022? What's gonna make you happy in 2022? Because I feel like you weren't happy and you kept looking for ways to make yourself happy, but nobody can make you happy because happy's an inside job. Ooh, Jesus said yes, queen. So it's time for you to do this, not this. I'm telling you, I don't know why I keep saying when you get in that bag, because I feel like when you keep feeling yourself and you keep thinking that you're getting over on people, or you have this brat energy, this is what happens to you. You fumble it every time. You look like an ass every time. Your true intentions get exposed every time, or other people's. Like I said, this is either you or this is the people that you're dealing with and you're being nice to that you don't need to be nice to, okay? When this is what you should be doing. You should be using all of these experiences to build the life of your dreams and understand, all right, I'm not going to do that no more. And if you don't know, you need to have faith and you need to ask for some type of guidance. Because I feel like there's a non-alignment with this faith. It's like you ever see like those Jesus freaks that judge people? Like, you can't be a Jesus freak and be at church every Sunday and then say, I hate gay people. It's crazy to me. So that's what it is. Like, your beliefs have to be in alignment. You can't do both. It just don't make sense. It don't make sense. That's that spiritual narcissism that I was talking about. So speak good about yourself. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. So if this is a confidence thing, surrender to that and surrender your fear of intimacy. Begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart to people. And surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of unhealthy relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured and surrounded by positive people. I'm going to do fire signs now. What did I do? I did water. I did air. So I got fire and earth. Aries. Aries is a little bored at work. You feel as though you're just working to work. It's the same routine, and you're proud of yourself in a way. Like, you almost feel wrong. Like, you feel ungrateful because you're not as happy as you thought you would be. You feel like you want more when it comes to money, when it comes to what you're doing. You feel almost like you're breaking your back. And you're not enjoying the fruits of your labor. So I want to say you are working hard. Nothing in here says that you're not. But you also need to make time for yourself. Self-care is just as important as hard as you're going. Because what's the point of putting in all that work for you to, when you're out, you're worried about work. You're thinking about work. It's almost like you can't enjoy yourself because everything you're doing, you're thinking about work. You're like, I can't even go have fun because I'm so tired from work. So it's like you're having this moment with your higher self and you're like, dude, I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be, but am I happy? Like, is this what makes me happy? So mantra it up, Aries. Say, I want new happy experiences in my life. I want to enjoy the fruits of my labor. I want to come out of my shell and start having my own hobbies that I like, because I can't just work all the time. Yes, I'm proud of myself. Yes, I'm calling the shots, but now you have to make room for things that give you peace. Okay? That was a quick message, Aries. I feel like that was the tweet. That was it. Aries, you're doing a beautiful job. You're grinding. You're doing all of this, but you're not happy. Why? Figure it out what it is. And it's because you're lacking in self-care. Surrender the habit of people-pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Period. Leo. Aw. Thank God this came out. My boyfriend's a Leo. Yeah. So, Leo, you're feeling the love. Whether you're in a relationship or it's a single Leo, you have filled your cup up. You filleth your cuppeth. You have done the work on yourself. You healed from the inside and out. And a new path was brought to you. You're starting to understand. I didn't even see this card under there. This new path was brought to you, and you're starting to understand what's right and what's wrong. You're starting to understand the other sex. If you're a Leo female and you're dealing with a male, you're starting to understand how they're working. You're starting to switch roles. Like example, I have a Leo female friend who is very dominant. And she always talks about how in her new relationship, she's trying to undo that and be more submissive. And then there's times where I'm like, no, bitch, you better turn up with your dominant ass. Like, so I feel like Leos are trying to play both roles at this time. They're trying to understand how other people work and their selves work. You're calling into your higher self because you're like, look, I did this, I did that. I've been through this, I've been through that. What we doing next? Okay, so just relax, have faith, and don't stay stuck on fear. Don't stay stuck on things that caused turmoil in the past or made you overthink in the past or just patterns of the past. Because all these other cards are good. It's about balance. It's about happily ever after. It's about understanding people. It's about finding someone that understands you. And it's literally coming together of peace. This is saying goodbye to conditioned beliefs. This is if you thought, like, you know how they say, yeah, we're conditioned and we have to like uncondition ourselves. Everything you thought about love and relationships and how they work and how people act, and it made you think like, damn, was everything I ever thought as a kid was fake? No, it's not. And I had this conversation. You're taking a leap away from this. This is bad habits, negative energy, people that don't wish the best for you, and your own bad habits as well. And this is you getting up out of there. You're starting to realize that you don't have to, it doesn't make you a strong person by staying in toxic cycles or being a toxic person. Okay? And you're releasing this. Okay? Whether you hurt someone or someone hurt you, it's like they know how to play a victim role so much to keep you on strings, to keep you doing this, but it's not about that anymore. It's about you understanding that there's a path and there's a way for everybody to be great and be happy. So let's see what you got to surrender. Surrender. And the last card was faith. Hola. What do Leos have to surrender? Hey, are you getting ready?
Huh?
Are you getting ready?
Oh, yeah.
Surrender to the drama, Leo. No matter how emotionally charged a situation gets, aka no matter how many people know how to get under your skin, remain calm and don't contribute to drama. Stay centered. People know how to get under your skin. People know how to take advantage of you. People know how to get you riled up. Surrender to prayer. Give yourself over completely to prayer and surrender to your intuition. We all got it. Tune into your inner voice and be aware of any gut feelings. Okay? Let me do Sagittarius and then I'm going to get into earth signs. Sagittarius, what do you heard about Sagittarius? Sagittarius is mourning a past person, a past situation. It's like no matter how great things may seem to be going on, it's almost like you feel a little sad because you feel like you coulda, woulda, shoulda, or something could have been better. Or you feel like you have everything, but it's like across the street. So what is it that's missing? What is it that you need to have faith in? I think it's about manifesting things that you want. I think that Sagittarius are often the ones that do this. They provide for other people. They make sure other people are good. They know what it's like for, to hold it down. But it's not often that you fill yourself up with the joys and things that you need, and you're going to burn yourself out. So Sagittarius, what is it? Look, all of these are like, what is it that's freezing your heart? What is it that you need that's going to make you ease up a little bit? And what's that Marcus Houston song? That, or no, let me not say Marcus Houston because I don't think it's Marcus Houston. Omarion, the Icebox. What is the weight that's on your shoulders, Sagittarius? Because for these last 2 weeks, I want you to figure it out and release it and make this leap of faith into a whole new year. Because you're the master manifester. If you stress it, if you dwell on it, if you think coulda, woulda, shoulda, you're just going to put yourself back 100 years. If you tell yourself next year is going to be different, I don't live that life no more. Next year I'm going to have this. Next year I'm going to do this. Mama manifest me this. I'm going to be good. I'm going to have my own business. I'm going to travel. I'm going to be great. My everything's going to be amazing. I'm telling you, it's the mantras that you have to put. And it will happen. But if you don't, you're going to keep coming from a hurt energy. And the more you come from a place of hurt, it's like, this is what your angels and spirit guides, they don't know which direction to go. Are we giving you happiness, or are we going to give you more struggle? The universe understands key words, okay? So be careful what it is that you say. I feel like some of you are craving a deeper stability. Some of you want to be married. Some of you will be getting married, and some of you are just hoping that you didn't do things in vain. But don't. You're judging yourself and you're being a little too hard on yourself. Have a heart when it comes to talking about yourself, Sagittarius. Fill yourself up with love. Talk about yourself with love. Speak love into your life and change the way you talk about yourself and your love and your life, because you're operating more from your dark side than your light side. Clean it up for the last 2 weeks of this year. And only speak of positive things when you go into 2022. Let's see where we're going to surrender. Surrender to passion. Get out of your head and focus on people or activities that ignite your passion. And surrender to non-action. Now is the time to act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. So it's literally saying that this is not a time for you to be stagnant, feel sorry for yourself. This is like for you to feel your best life and to get into your energy. All right, earth signs. I'll do Capricorn first. Capricorn is always trying to stack money because money will not leave them. Money can't cheat on you, Capricorn. We know, but when are you going to let love in? Okay, I feel like you're so tired of people, places, or things letting you down that you feel as though money is the only thing that doesn't let you down. And that's a great way to think about it. Cool. But you're putting that into the universe and it's messing up the new relationships and business propositions that could come in. So stop being a sleeping king or queen, and understand that even when you think you're protecting yourself and you think you're being a step ahead, you're actually closing yourself out from experiences. Okay? You have to cut the cord to these parts of yourselves that are not helping you anymore. So if your inner child is scared of making new friendships, if your inner child is scared of speaking in front of people, if your inner child is scared to just live your best life, you have to cut that cord. You have to look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you have overcome so many obstacles, so many things in your life. Why are you going to stop now? Why are you letting this little scared energy come into your life and put a halt on things? Because you are so driven by fear. You are so driven by sorry guys, I had a phone call. So I'm just going to do earth signs here, and the other ones I will break up anyway. So that'll be easier. One second. All right, so the other video had air signs, water signs, fire signs. My live got cut off when it came to earth signs. So I started with Capricorn. I'll do Capricorn again. Capricorn, it was saying that you were overthinking relationships, people. I know you think that money is what's going to keep you warm at night. You're great at manifesting money, but you can't have this attitude about people and thinking that every relationship is going to go sour because you're manifesting that. Okay, so it's like you have to be careful what you think and be in alignment with it, because if you expect people to kind of do things that are gonna make you feel like that, then they're gonna make you feel like that. And it's like you think you're protecting yourself, Capricorn, but you're really not. You're manifesting more things like that when you do like that. So you have to fill yourself up. Literally, you have to fill yourself up with all this love to understand that that's how you can attract it. Because right now, Capricorns are like, I'm gonna just sit here with this money and that's all I need, because anytime people get involved, I get disappointed and I get hurt. But then what happens is you're bored when you start working, and then it's not fun for you. So what are you going to do that for? Because in your mind, all relationships look like this and end like this. It's literally a rewiring. That's the word. I couldn't think of it. Rewiring of your brain, Capricorn. Because everything else, you have manifested everything else in your life. You watched yourself do it. You watched yourself be the creator of your destiny. But when it comes to humans, you're like, I'd rather not. The path is opening up for you, Capricorns. Come out of that shell and live a little. All right, guys. Like I said, all the other signs are in the other one. It's just that I got a phone call and it kind of messed up the live. All right, what does Capricorn have to surrender? Surrender to your attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all you can do is to make things happen, then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. That's what I just said. Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on your passion, okay? So Capricorn, you're so worried about the end result that you don't even give things a chance. There's a lot of opportunities. It might not just be relationships. It could be business opportunities, and you may miss out on them because you lost faith in people. That's what it is. You have lost faith in people, Capricorn. For why? I'll do Virgo, and then I'll save Taurus. Let's see. It's always patience. Always something about patience when it comes to Virgo readings. And that's the one thing we don't got. Have patience that everything is working in your favor. That the beautiful life that you dreamed of, that Virgos do dream of. The rainbows, the fairies. Like literally that's what I'm looking at right now on their card. On this card, there's a horse. There's a beautiful house. There's flowers. So get out of the entrapment of your mind and understand that success is coming. Get out of I think that there's parts of Virgo that always are stuck in a worry factor. And we put ourselves in this when nobody else does. Everything around us could be going good, and we put ourselves in this cage where, one, we don't show our full potential. We kind of minimize ourselves to kind of like, not cause any waves, not cause any stir-ups, and we keep ourselves very in hermit mode because it's cool there. You know what I mean? It's safe there when we're in hermit mode. But right now, I think that we've been trapped in this hermit mode because we've been worried about stacking money. Okay. Resist the fear of getting hurt. Okay? Because that's not what's happening. The more you focus on getting hurt, the more you're calling that into your life. The more you assume people are going to do things to you, the more they will. The more you put into the universe that things are going to go good, is the more they will. Be real about things that hurt you. I think that sometimes Virgos get hurt and they sweep it under the rug because they don't want to seem like, what's the word? I'm like, not nag, but a lot of people will make a Virgo look crazy. If a Virgo comes out and tells you, you know, I really didn't like this, and that, because a Virgo never speaks up, they're going to, what? You're crazy. You're doing this. You're doing that. They will make you feel like you're, you know what I mean? Coming from a place of overthinking. So what you have to do is be precise and specific with your words. When a Virgo is mad, or when a Virgo is just like trying to prove a point, our arguments rarely are on track with what's going on, because we'll start bringing up things from here, and here, and the other person's like, what? Where did that come from? Lose it, Virgo. Lose the overthinking. Lose that fear and understand that you're a master manifester, so what you say holds a lot of weight. What you think holds a lot of weight. Get into alignment with what is meant for you, okay? Some of you have to evaluate relationships. Some of you have to evaluate the fear that you put on yourself, and understand that there may be people projecting their fears on you. Because you're so lighthearted and always like, nah, I'm good, like whatever is whatever. When other people are going through that, they put that fear on you, and that's why you stay so small, Virgo. Because you don't want to like ruffle these feathers. I think that what you're doing right now is you're strategizing yourself, what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what parts of you held you down, what parts of you were not needed, what parts of you were childish when it comes to relationships. Some of us have been in relationships. Some of us are newfound relationships. Some of us are relationships are taking it to the next level. I see some people maybe getting married or taking things more seriously. And now's the time to have this confession with yourself, to just have a peaceful relationship with other people and with yourself. This is how you talk to yourself, how you handle yourself, how you deal with yourself, okay? And how you call the shots. Because you don't like to be the one to call the shots until it's time to call the shots, and then you do. Let's see what Virgos have to surrender to. Surrender your need to always be right. Give others the gift of letting them be right. My boyfriend is not always right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationship. Surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you built up in your body. Let stress go as you come back into your center. I will try, sir. Let's do Taurus, and I'm out of here. I did see people asking about private readings. You could either hit the link. I think in my link tree you could do it, or there is in one of my highlights. It has all the readings, but you could also message me, or like I said, book it through there. Taurus. Some changes needed to be made, Taurus. You had to go and start this new, look, all of these are new beginnings. This is you having to take a fresh start from something. The Fool card is the first card in tarot, right? This is like, no, seriously, it's time to start moving. Now, there's a difference from you taking a new direction and you feeling like you need a crew to take this new direction with you. I think you need to be less dependent on the people around you and start relying on yourself and your own instinct. You're easily swayed by the people around you, or you think that you need a group of people to agree with you before you make this leap and you make this change. You don't, because that's fear. That's a fear, that's a codependency, that's devil energy, that's you thinking that you need other people to agree with you when there are people who may not agree with you or may not have your best interest for you. Okay? So Taurus, you have to really think, what are you following right now? What voice are you following? What energy are you following? What is it that you need to cut the cord from? What habits are you still letting get the best of you? I think you need to sit down and evaluate the last 2 years and see the ups and downs, and see when you were flying high, you were nurturing yourself. You were nurturing your projects. You were being nurtured. You were nurturing your inner child. I think that's what you need to go back to feel better centered, because you took a break from evolving and you went to sleep. And you know Taurus loves sleep. Get it together, Taurus. Let's see what Taurus means to surrender. Surrender to play. Take a break from overthinking and do something fun. And surrender fear. Let go of fearful stories you are telling yourself and stay in the moment. All right. Earth signs, everyone who's on this live, you can feel free to hit me up, ask me any questions. You could book a private reading. This full moon is tonight. I suggest you cleanse your things. I suggest you pick today to be the day you stop overthinking. Pick today to be the day you stop speaking ill on yourself and saying things like, we say so many words like, oh, tragic, oh, I can't believe it, oh, fuck my life. We love saying FML, fuck my life, for what? Why are we like dooming ourselves? You need to change the way you think about things and the way you say things, and use this opportunity going into the new year to change your vocabulary.